Today is the day. For Ella, this has been over a year in the making. We are decluttering and making over her room. This is probably going to be a two-part series because we have a lot of cleaning and decluttering we gotta do before we can get into the fun stuff. Ooh, future Shannon here. I decided to just go ahead and make it all one video. So you're gonna get the declutter and the makeover. Her closet is overflowing with clothes. We've got a lot of clutter just all over the surfaces here, so we're gonna help take care of that for her. And then we also have a dresser that we just need to get out of the room, get rid of. All it does is collect junk, and we don't need it. That is gonna open up a lot of extra space, so come along as we make this tween room into a dream room. I really should have been a poet. I should. Ella's sitting off to the side here. She's my shy girl, but you'll probably see her in and out of the video. I do like to have my kids involved whenever I'm in their room. This is her domain, and I really just want to be here to help guide her. I don't make it up here as often as I'd like to help clean, so when I do, I try and bring her alongside me and sort of use it as a teachable moment. As a homeschool mom, I try not to miss any opportunity, especially when it comes to life skills. Homeschooling also allows them to pursue things that interest them. Grace is going through a phase where she wants to be a marine biologist, and we've been able to carve out time to explore that. And hopefully being able to do that will set her up when it comes time to furthering her education. I don't want them to go to college just to go to college. I want them to know what they want to do. I wasted a whole lot of money on a degree I don't even use just because you just go to college. That's what you do. So I want them to be a little bit more intentional with their decisions and their money. There are so many choices these days when it comes to furthering your education. No longer are the days you have to move away to that well-named school that you will be spending decades paying off. These days you can get all kinds of degrees online from accredited university, and I am fortunate enough to be sponsored by one of the best. I have talked about Southern New Hampshire University in the past, and I'm excited to share them with you again. SNHU has one of the largest accredited nonprofit degree offerings in the country, and they are radically affordable, which as a parent, that is important to me. Steven and I wasted a lot of money going to college. That took us a solid 10 years of high payments to pay off. So I don't want my kids to be stuck with a huge amount of college debt. So as a parent, it's important to me to be educated and knowledgeable, so I know when it's time for them to be choosing where they're going to further their education, I want to be prepared with the options that they have out there. That is why I'm so grateful SNHU reached out to me. They opened my eyes to another affordable alternative. They have over 200 plus degree offerings, and should my children choose, they can live wherever they want. Hopefully close to mama. I respect wanting to move away for those college years. I was an independent gal myself. But in this economy, with the cost of rent and housing, I would certainly allow my children to stay home and save their money. If you've been considering to further your education, I hope you will go to snhu.edu/Shannon, also linked down in the description, and explore those 200 and plus degrees that they have available for you. It only takes one click to find your calling. That opened up a lot of space. Did you go and hide behind the door? We are going to eat the frog that is this closet. There's not a frog in the closet. The closet is the frog, where we take the most intimidating part of this declutter and eat it. Get it done. I remember the days my closet looked like this. Well, this is kind of satisfying.
I just hung this up. Wait, what? Here's the hanger I just hung it up on. And
yeah, why is it on the ground already?
I don't know. It's just like it's a magnet to the ground.
Okay, we made quick work of that. Hung up some stuff. We still have quite a bit on the floor here. But progress.
There's nothing in this world more primal than my love for you. If you meet somebody else that's a rival, that much is true. Yeah, I know you said, baby, this is final, and I blame myself. All that's left of me now is an animal, and I cry for help. I wish my call's gonna reach you. Give it my all, 'cause I need you. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go, till I get you alone. I can't help but howl like a wolf, howl like a wolf.
All right, we made it through the clothes. And our giveaway bucket is overflowing. If you saw my last video, you know that the month of February, we are spreading the love. Each video, I'm going to shout out a couple of YouTubers, and if you could, and you have the time, I would love it if you could help me by going and love bombing them on their latest upload. Today, I have two. One who has shown me kindness, and one who is in the decluttering genre that is going to be a little bit unsuspecting, I think, which I thought would be kind of fun. The first one has been my one and only collab so far, Erica Lucas. I thought it was so generous of her to want to work with me. At the time, I think I had like a fourth of her following, and many of you found me through her, and I'm just so grateful that she was willing to do that and introduce us. The next one, like I said, might be a little unsuspecting. I have been silently watching her for a while. Not creepy, but just enjoying some of her content. I think she is a hoot. She is also in the decluttering genre, and I think our sense of humor is pretty similar, although she is much funnier than I am, and I think you'll enjoy her. So, if you have time to watch a video of either of theirs, great. But at the very least, just leave them a comment telling them they are loved and that they are doing a great job. Let's make their day. And then once you've done that, come back to this video and comment, "The love has been shared." At the end of February, I'm going to announce a couple of people from each video to win a little something for me, just to show a little love to you guys. And I have to say, y'all blew me away with how responsive you were to my last call to spread the love. I went on to Fearfully Created and Frugal Fit Mom's latest uploads, and it was just comment after comment of you guys. Y'all rock so much, and I just was blown away by y'all's response, but I shouldn't have been surprised. I have one of the best communities there are on YouTube. So thank y'all so much. Let's do it again and spread the love.
I wish my call's gonna reach you. Give it my all, 'cause I need you. I will howl like a wolf. Baby, I will howl like a wolf. When the sun fades, when the night awaits, I'll be howling and howling and howling for you, babe.
So I just wanted to share a little bit about Ella. She is our middle child, and as much as I try to fight it, she falls into that middle child stereotype. Ugh. Who else here is a middle child? I really hate that she often falls into the stereotype of being overlooked, but she's my most easygoing child, and it just happens despite our best efforts. I promise we do try and fight against it. She has been so patient waiting around for her room makeover, and I'm just so grateful for that. And actually, cleaning and decluttering with her was some great one-on-one time. She's my most introverted child, but when you get her alone by herself, boy, you cannot stop her from talking. It just makes me smile. And it always reminds me I need to do a better job spending that one-on-one time with her. For her room makeover, she wanted something like whimsical forest vibes, mushroom vibes, gnome vibes, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to try and accomplish here. I try to keep all of our room makeovers very budget friendly and minimal. I'll link the other two kid makeover videos in the description box so you can check those out. But basically I try and do one fun accent wall and then some fun lighting or other little accents into the mix that reflect their wants and style and hopefully give them a little organization. And I obviously also try and go in there and declutter and get rid of stuff. Thankfully, Ella, like I said, she's so easygoing. She has no problem getting rid of stuff. She really gets the concept if I have less to manage. So there's been times where I'll say, okay, kids, I need y'all to go fill up this trash bag with stuffed animals. She comes down, she'll bring me 2 bags of stuffed animals. That is a really hard concept for my oldest one. She assigns emotional attachment to almost anything, and I haven't quite figured out how to approach that because I've heard stories in the past where people have told me that their parent got rid of something or was too harsh about getting rid of their things, and it sent them into the opposite direction, almost developing hoarding, hoarding syndrome or whatever it's called. So I definitely don't want that to happen, but I feel like we are approaching the line. If you saw her room and the amount of stuffed animals, you would probably agree. So I'm just trying to be delicate with the situation. Right now, they're still very, very much important to her. And I feel like if I force the issue, I'm just going to make it worse. She's even tried to rescue some of Ella's stuffed animals because she has emotional attachment to Ella's things. It's bad. But at this point in time, I just have chosen not to force the issue. Like I mentioned before, I really try and let my kids have their own space upstairs. They're responsible for keeping it clean. If they need my help, I'm happy to go in there, and occasionally I do just go in there and just give it a mother's touch, but as long as she's maintaining it fairly well and it doesn't pose a safety hazard, I'm just going to let it go. She's 12 years old, and I can't imagine she will hold on to all of them when she leaves the nest, but if she does, again, that's her adult decision. So, anywho, that's my 2 cents on that. I cannot believe I did that all in one day. Ella helped a lot. If I was working, she was working. Couldn't have done it without her. We've got the room all cleaned up and ready to go. Let's see what it looked like before. We had stuff everywhere, tiny toys, tons of trash. I'm going to show you the trash here in a second. We had 2 bags of trash total. We had a couple pillows we threw out. We got 2 donation bags completely full, ready to go out the door, along with some miscellaneous boxes. Today was a successful day. This thing is driving me nuts. Remind me to put on my shopping list for the room makeover, the little chain for this, because this is driving me nuts. Here's what it looks like now. Totally cleaned up. It's like we're starting with a blank canvas. Love it. She has wanted kind of like a mushroom, gnome, woodsy type of a theme for her tween makeover. Anyway, I can't wait for you to see what we do with that theme. Hopefully she keeps it clean, because it's going to be a few days before I can get back in here and really fix it up nice. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. So it is several days later, And I sat down starting to plan this video out, and I thought, oh, this really isn't gonna be that much to make a whole video. We're not painting. That was a big part of the past room makeovers that I did. Instead, we have something different in mind for a little accent wall. So I'm really excited to show that to you guys.
Perfect timing.
And the muscle has arrived.
Where?
All right, first things first is
Out with the old.
getting rid of this. That was driving me nuts while I was editing the last video. I have the worst time with these pull chains. Without fail, whenever I go to pull on them, I break them. I don't know if I'm pulling on them wrong or what, but what you don't see in this is Steven doing such a nice job lengthening those, only for me to come and pull them down and break them behind the bulb cover. So he had to completely take it apart. It's amazing he still keeps me around, folks. I must be a pretty good time. And right now we are setting up the LED lights, y'all. If you want to make your tween happy, really, I think child of any age, get you some of these string lights. They are so easy to put up. They make such a fun difference in the room, and your kid will be smiling for a week. No guarantees, because I don't know your child. But my child has been smiling ever since these put up, and have even expressed that this is her favorite part of the room. This was 100-foot string light, 2 50-foot links, and it was less than $20 on Amazon. That's already looking so cool. While he's finishing that or working on that, I'll probably have to come back. Anything I use that you see in this portion of the video, I will link in the description box. But it's 250 links, which I think we're gonna need both of them, but not all of it. We'll have to come back to the source, run up some more lights, and run it around this side of the room to where they meet. So while he's working on that, I bought one of these.
2 of these, actually.
Well, 2 of these, because I'm going to give one to Grace, because they were on sale for like 11 bucks. I think they're normally like 17. But you get these, and they're like little accordions, and you set it on your bookshelf, because if you notice, the sides are open on Ella's bookshelf. So this is going to be for her books. You can adjust it to hold however much. So, Ella, why don't you start working on setting this up the way you want it. You kind of get a sneak in this shot of what our accent wall is going to be. I have one of these bookshelf things in my room too, and I really, really like it. It adjusts to however many books you have, and it can hold quite a bit. Good.
I want to have it for my room too.
I want it for my room. And yes, we're going to have to do a take 2 on the boys' room now that we've moved his room downstairs. So stay tuned for that. There may or may not be more of these string lights. Just kidding. You know there will be. All right, so this is the fun idea I had. Instead of painting, was doing a fun tapestry or tapestry. I'm not really sure what you call it or how to pronounce it.
I'm ready to climb.
So she has the room arranged the way she wants it as far as like the bed, and we're thinking to put it here. So that's what we're gonna do. Steven and Eric are working on the other side of the lights. We just have a little bit further to go. Found the center, and then we'll find the center there, I guess.
Quiet any longer. Gotta let it out. Are you anywhere near? So I wonder. Can you hear me now?
Okay, so we've got the 2 strips, and they're meeting right there, so we have to trim them. Never done this before. Probably should unplug. Let me unplug. Don't mess up. Moment of truth. portion. It does not work. Steven! Oh, no! Steven! Well, it's not perfect, okay? But that is on brand for this channel. There is a tiny, tiny gap up there. But if you don't tell her, I'm not gonna tell her. She's not in here right now.
Like, she's not gonna notice.
She might not.
How much money you put on? How long will it take her to notice?
A few days.
First reveal.
How much?
$5.
Cheap. Well, stay tuned for if she notices. We've still got to do the tapestry.
Tapestry.
My call's gonna reach you. Give it my all, 'cause I need you. I will howl like a wolf. Baby, I will howl like a
All right, change of plans. We're going to put the nugget couch over here and set it up like a couch, and then put the tapestry up here on this wall. Y'all are also going to have to help us settle the debate. Is it tapestry or tapestry? Anyway, I'm so glad I stumbled upon these. I think I may have actually seen it in one of the Wad's videos when she did her teen room makeover, and I thought, I'm going to see if there's one that fits. And it's definitely easier than painting. And this isn't even the biggest size they have. There was, I think, one more size bigger. But I'll link this one in the description box, and I want to say it's about 6 feet across. Just follow the link in the description box and you'll see. Now just putting the last finishing touches, kind of picking up from the last time we cleaned, because it had been about a week actually. She did a very good job keeping it up for me. Look at that. Maybe a new filming backdrop. One thing I've learned making over kids' rooms is it doesn't take much to really make them happy, and it's not Pinterest worthy. They still have their own touches on the walls and pillows and stuffed animals and all that. And I just love it. I just love it. A little bit of fun lighting and a fun accent wall is all you need. Everything else, we just used what we already had. We've got her a desk area. We've got her craft bin, a bed that I would have dreamed of having, a fun lounge area with the nugget couch where sleepovers I'm certain are going to happen with her and Grace, or it's just a comfy hangout spot for her. And as for the gap in the lighting, she did notice. That's immediately where her eyes went when she walked in, but you know what? She didn't say a word, okay? That's a grateful child right there. She was just happy that it was now her time. All right, if you haven't already, go say something kind to yourself, and we will see you in the next one.